All right, and we are back. So we are now getting ready for the Trans-Tasman Clash. All right, what that means, we have the Australian national team for the 5 vs 5s and the Tasmanian national team for the 5 vs 5, and this is the men's category. So Australian team making their way up past the screen now, and New Zealand team up behind us, getting their kit on and ready. Watching from Melbourne, oh man, I haven't had a turkey leg since that event in Uralla. They're amazing. Would love some mulled wine as well. All right, so I believe Colin Campbell is currently the captain for the Australian side. Sadly, I do not know who is captain for the New Zealand side. Marshals are getting all their kit squared away and ready, and soon we'll be into it. After this, we will be having approximately a half-hour break. We will be back at 1300 Australian Eastern Standard Time. That's what I'm after, AEST. And we will then be straight into the men's 5 vs 5s, which will see us out for the remainder of the day. We've got 25 men's 5v5s all up. I believe we're going to try and get through them all today, so it should be a very action-packed afternoon with some massive heavy hitters getting into it. And we did have a talk before with the lovely Jess. She's just getting something checked out to make sure it's all good, and she will be back commentating not long after that. All right, so New Zealanders making their way down the bottom of your screen at the moment. And what we expect to see here is some massive speed and massive aggression from both these teams. All right. So obviously, the Australians in the green and gold, and down the end in the black with the red stars is the New Zealand Honey Badgers. Terrifying name. All right. Both teams are making their way in now and getting their final armour checks done. And this should be a fantastic fight. I haven't seen New Zealand fight live for some time. When they do, they're a brilliant force. All right, so the 5 vs 5 rules are the same as the 3v3. All right. Once we get to someone makes 3 points of contact, they're out. That's the way it plays, and that's how we want to see this go. Like I said, New Zealanders normally put on one hell of an event, so I will say the Australians are probably the favourite. This is a home ground advantage. However, the New Zealanders will put up one stiff fight. Have we got any Kiwis watching? Actually, throw that on the live stream. I'd love to see that. I can hear Colin's voice clear as a bell there come through our microphones.
For our knights to be able, our fighters to grip upon that buckler with the enlarged size that their gauntlet gives them. So it gives a little bit of extra space, but also helping the point of deflection and an enhanced point of impact against their foes. Marshals are conducting their final armoured checks on the members of the New Zealand fighting force.
All right. All fighters are taking their positions, and we are getting ready. Coming in on the Marshals' orders.
3 pointers and advice to their colleagues here.
All right, here we go. First round of the Trans-Tasman Clash. Here we go. Both runners keeping their distance, looking to cause some damage. One managing to get through. Oh no, but he looks like he's being cut off. A bit of a height difference. There we go. He's coming in for the assist. Can he do some damage? Oh, and that was a big hit there by the Kiwi. And we have one fighter down. I can't see who that is. I think it's a New Zealander. Yes, it is. It is a New Zealander down on the ground there. Broken up in pairs. Centre getting a run. Can he capitalise on it? Yes, he does. He gets him down. That is another. Oh, are they going to say? No. Marshall's calling a stop fight there. That was a 1, 2, 3, 4. I believe that was a 4v1. Correction, 5v1. That was some brilliant work there. Some very heavy hitters in the Australian team.
Can they secure victory on the next round and secure the Trans-Tasman Cup for another year? Or will our New Zealand opponents take a second?
All right, so now we are
Win and charge through the victory.
Getting ready for round 2.
Cheering on the New Zealanders! And who's cheering on the Aussies?
Fantastic work there. The New Zealanders only having 6 fighters total, so only managing to get 1 substitution there. Australians obviously have a fair few more, so getting as many substitutions as they want. Marshall's doing their checks. Fighters taking their final positions.
Sorry, cut you off there, Kyle. Hello, and thanks for having us. I'm Jess, and this is Kyle. I've just finished the women's, so I've just jumped in for the Trans-Tasman. So, keep kicking up.
Good to have you back, Jess. And here we go, straight into it.
All right. Right in.
Yep, so the centre's still holding back. Both looking for opportunities, both very experienced centres.
The Kiwis have to be pretty careful in this because they do have less fighters. Australia, as you can see from all of our teams, have many, many reserves.
Yep, and there we go. That's 1 down for the New Zealanders. That centre getting involved. Looks like over here, number 1 has got a tie-up.
Oh, great strikes there from 26. That's Simon from Team Vultures. And, what's fighting back there? That Kiwi's hanging in there.
Great work by that Kiwi.
Really hanging in there. I can't tell who that is. Maybe Dave Briscoe.
I saw a number 6, but I couldn't say who that is.
Great striking by Simon there.
And here we go. We're a 5v2.
And they've called it to Australia.
Fantastic.
5 and...
Well, that was...
no Australians out.
No.
Wow.
That was some huge contact right there. I think they are going to run a 3rd round, but I'm not 100% sure why.
Having a little bit of a think about something.
Yeah.
And I will apologise, guys. I'm a bit meatheady after all that adrenaline. But we can, I don't know if you guys can hear on the feed, but we're getting a lot of Aussie, oi, oi, oi.
We have to probably confess right now that we lost track of who you were, so everyone in the Vultures team became Jess.
No. Well, I was in most rounds, I will admit. And I've come out and I've been undressed for a while. Just came from the medic tent for reasons I'm not telling you that. That's classified.
Classified, redacted.
But I'm still cooked, man. It's warm out there.
We were saying that. And also we've got Wellington, New Zealand watching.
Amazing. Let's go Wolves. They're not on yet. Got mulled wine and nibblies. Sadly, no turkey legs. Oh, can you send us some mulled wine, please? It's a bit toasty, but I'll take it.
You'll take it? All right, so it looks like they are going to present the trophy now.
Trans-Tasman Cup. They've come all this way with their Kiwi tabards. I love them too. Like, look at that little mushrooms.
I love the honey badger title. Like, I think it's amazing.
Yeah, I love that. Aggressive.
Yeah.
But like, see, in the far side, it's like mushrooms on his...
Oh, yeah.
Is there? I mean, that could be rude. That could be something like really culturally significant. And I'm like, look at the shrooms. But I like the design regardless.
We're going to say that it is. It's just shrooms.
It's probably some like cultural moldy design, but here I am like...
If you know what the mushrooms represent on the tabard, please let us know. We're going to hand you over now to the site MC, and after that we will be back at 1300 Australian Eastern Standard Time. We look forward to talking to you then.
As both of our teams standing ready, catching their breath, I do want one and all here to please stomp their feet, whistle and cheer. For those who've travelled from over the ocean, please bring forth our representatives from the New Zealand team. It's not over for the New Zealanders. They've still got a full weekend of fighting for their own individual glory. They fought very hard here. They'll receive the congratulations from our VIPs, the Lords and Ladies of Abbeystowe, our Lord Mayor of the Moreton Bay area, and from our organisers and our marshals. Fantastic effort from the New Zealand team.
No, just him. Oh, okay. They mustn't have come that in. Probably should have.
Let's have another round of applause. Come on, one and all, for the New Zealanders. They're here all weekend. They will continue fighting. They may just become our favourites in the end. But without further ado, we'll let them have one photo first. Very good. Let us call forth the champions of the 2025 Trans-Tasman Clash, the Australians! Comprising of fighters and captains from a multitude of our teams today. Today they fought side by side to secure victory for the nation before separating back to their individual teams for their own team's glory. So once again, give it up for the Aussies. And once again, it is far from over for these fighters. We still have a full weekend of clashes and combat.
It says men's. The small one's the men's. That's new. That only just got made.
And we bid farewell to our VIPs once again. My goodness. That's impressive even without the armor.
Been the Hobbiton, no, only the north one. I want to, this is my bucket list. The one in the south, apparently it's not, it's good, but you can't touch as much stuff. Well, the north is the main.
Right, side by side.
Yeah, Wellington's the main one, you can't touch it.
The fighting here is simply for show. These are all brothers in arms on this hallowed ground here. And as our teams retire, I can also, hopefully correctly this time, also announce a brief retirement, and we'll return to our men's 5v5 bouts at 1 o'clock. Is that correct? That is correct this time. Thank you very much. Sorry for the brief interlude there, but please enjoy the grounds, and we'll see you back here at 1 o'clock to begin.